Hey everybody, and welcome to MLS Moments. We're happy to have you here. I'm coming to you from the classroom. We're going to be having a lot more virtual training this year. Oh, hold on. Looks like the picture fell down. I haven't been in the classroom in a while, so let me get that fixed real quick. Don't try this at home. Hey, what are you doing? MLS moment. Okay, so it's a new year and you want to get the report that tells you everything that you've done this year, and every member has access to this, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's called the activity report. Let's give it a try. Okay, so from the main screen in Flex MLS, we're going to go to menu, and then we're just going to scroll it down to the bottom, and on the left-hand column, you're going to see statistics. In that area, you'll see inventory and production, and that's where we want to go. We want to go to inventory and production. So I'm clicking on inventory and production. We're going to scroll this bar right here down to where it says broker inventory. We're going to click on broker inventory. Once you're in here, you're going to want to change the dates. If I want to get my entire record for the whole year, I'm going to click on these dates and I'm going to just change it to January 1, 2020, because that was last year. And I'm going to click on this date here and I'm going to change it to December 31st of 2020. There we go. And that's going to be an entire year of 2020. If I worked at multiple offices, or even if I'm not sure, you're going to want to check this box right here that says show my activity from prior offices. So if you worked in multiple offices, this is going to combine that information together. If you want to see, it still breaks it out. But if you want to get your total number for the year and you worked at multiple offices, make sure you check that. If you're not sure, check it anyway. The other offices will just show up as 0 if you didn't work there in that time frame. So I'm going to check that box. Right here it says filter report by quick search. So this allows me, instead of getting every single sale I had, I can drill down and say every single sale I had in a specific region or area, or in a zip code, or just condos, or just single family homes. You can choose all of that by clicking filter report by quick search. And I'll show you what that looks like. I'm going to check that box and it's going to let me choose what type of property, and it has a whole bunch of choices in here. But let's just choose the residential one. I'll click next, and see it gives me subtype, status. It just gives me a lot of different choices, and I can click next. I don't want to do that on this one because I want all of my numbers for the entire year. So I'm just going to go back and I'm going to uncheck that box. And then I want to do the standard report totals right here. Standard report totals. Calculate numbers and volume using sides, which will tell me what side of the transaction I was on. How much did I get for this side of the transaction, and how much did I get for that side in dollars and in a number of listings. So I'm going to click next. And you may have to wait a minute on this screen. See, it says please wait loading. That can take some time, so we're just going to let it finish. Okay, so now that the report is finished, you can see that this member worked at multiple offices, but you can see here the numbers are 0 in the other offices this member worked at, and that's because they didn't work there during the time frame I set. Because I said only give me everything that happened in 2020, it's not giving me any numbers for these other offices. So if you worked at multiple offices and you see zeros and you're thinking to yourself, I did sell things when I worked there, it may not be in the time frame that you put. So as we come down here, you can see that once we get to the current office, you can see that the sales are showing up over here. And then right here it says current member status. This is giving me all the sales that happened in this particular office. And this says all stats. All stats are going to show you your combined stats if you worked at multiple offices during the time frame. Company stats are going to show you how much your office did. MLS board stats are going to show you what the entire MLS did. And then you're going to see the percent of difference. You see this number 6,994, and then you see this number here, 0.343. That is the percent of number of listings this member has compared to the entire MLS. Same goes true for this number. And then this number is the percent of dollar volume for this member on the MLS. You can print this out. Just click print. And it's going to give me a print here. And I can just print it out. And you can see it breaks them out into each office that you worked for, and then gives you that last page that gives you all of that information that is on the screen. This has been the activity report for Flex MLS. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thanks for joining. Y'all have a great day.